In the bustling city of Chicago, life was moving at a fast pace for everyone, including Tom Miller, a dedicated firefighter known for his bravery and commitment to serving the community. Tom, a muscular and resilient man in his early 30s, had been married to his high school sweetheart, Lisa, for 5 years. Their relationship was a testament to enduring love, having weathered many storms together. Tom and Lisa lived in a modest but cozy house in a suburban neighborhood, planning to start a family soon. Lisa worked as a nurse at a local hospital, and together their combined incomes provided a comfortable living. The couple had a solid savings plan, ensuring they were prepared for any emergencies that might arise. One crisp autumn morning, Tom received a letter from the National Firefighter Association inviting him to participate in a special training program in California. This program was prestigious and only extended to the best firefighters in the nation. Excited about the opportunity but also anxious about leaving Lisa, Tom discussed it with her over breakfast. "Lisa, this is a huge opportunity for my career," Tom said, holding her hands across the table. "But it means I'll be away for 3 months." Lisa, her eyes filled with a mix of pride and concern, squeezed his hands gently. "Tom, you've worked so hard for this. You deserve it. We'll manage. I'll be right here waiting for you. Just promise me you'll stay safe and come back in one piece." Tom smiled, reassured by her words. "I promise. And you better behave while I'm away," he added playfully, trying to lighten the mood. "Don't worry about me," Lisa replied with a chuckle. "I've got my work to keep me busy." With that, they began preparing for his departure. Tom updated his will and ensured all the bills were set to auto-pay from his account. They spent a romantic evening together before he left, cherishing each moment. As Tom boarded the plane to California, he couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement mixed with unease. He was stepping into a new chapter of his life, but leaving Lisa behind was harder than he anticipated. In California, Tom immersed himself in the rigorous training program. His days were filled with physically demanding exercises, advanced firefighting techniques, and leadership training. Despite the intense schedule, he made sure to write to Lisa every evening, sharing his experiences and expressing his love and longing to be back with her. Initially, Lisa's letters came frequently, filled with updates about her work, their friends, and how much she missed him. But after a few weeks, the letters became less frequent. Tom noticed the change but attributed it to Lisa's busy schedule at the hospital. As weeks turned into months, Tom's concern grew. He started receiving more letters from his parents and fewer from Lisa. One letter from his mother included a photo of Lisa at a friend's barbecue, smiling brightly, but there was something unsettling about the picture. Tom couldn't place it, but a nagging feeling of doubt began to take root in his mind. The final weeks of the training program were the most grueling. Tom was pushed to his limits, both physically and mentally. Yet he stayed focused, determined to make Lisa proud. During a particularly tough drill, Tom's instructor, Captain Harris, pulled him aside. "Tom, you've got the makings of a great leader," Harris said, clapping him on the shoulder, "but you seem distracted. Everything okay back home?" Tom hesitated before replying, "I think so, Captain. Just miss my wife and home, that's all." Harris nodded understandingly. "I get it. But remember, part of being a leader is keeping your head in the game, no matter what. Finish strong, and you'll be back home before you know it." Taking his words to heart, Tom threw himself into the remaining weeks of training, earning the respect and admiration of his peers. He graduated at the top of his class, ready to return to Chicago and his beloved Lisa. However, as the plane touched down in Chicago, Tom's excitement was tinged with apprehension. His parents were waiting for him at the airport, but Lisa was conspicuously absent. After hugging his mother and shaking his father's hand, Tom asked the question that had been gnawing at him. "Where's Lisa?" His parents exchanged worried glances. "We're not sure, son," his father said slowly. "We tried calling her, but she hasn't been answering. We thought she'd be here." Tom's heart sank. He had expected Lisa to be the first person he saw upon his return. Trying to mask his concern, he smiled at his parents. "It's okay. She's probably just busy with work. Let's head home. The drive home felt longer than usual. Tom's mind raced with thoughts and worries. When they arrived at his house, his father handed him an envelope. "Tom, there's something you should see." Tom opened the envelope to find a bank statement showing several large withdrawals from their joint account, all made by Lisa over the past few months. His heart pounded as he read the amounts. "What's going on?" he asked, looking at his father. "We don't know," his father replied. "We've been keeping an eye on the house, but it's been empty most of the time. We didn't want to worry you while you were away." Tom felt a wave of nausea. He needed answers, and he needed them now. He walked into his house, calling out for Lisa, but there was no response. The house felt eerily quiet, almost abandoned. He went to their bedroom and found it in disarray. Drawers were open, clothes were missing, and the bed looked like it hadn't been slept in for days. On the nightstand, he found a letter addressed to him. With trembling hands, he opened it and began to read. "Dear Tom, I don't know how to say this, but I've met someone else. It wasn't planned, and it just happened. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to hurt you, but I can't lie anymore. I'm moving out and starting a new life. Please don't try to find me. Lisa." Tom felt as if the ground had been pulled out from under him. The woman he loved, the woman he had trusted with his heart, had betrayed him in the worst possible way. He collapsed onto the bed, clutching the letter, tears streaming down his face. In that moment of despair, Tom realized that his life was about to change dramatically. He would have to pick up the pieces, confront the betrayal, and somehow find a way to move forward. Tom spent the next few days and a days grappling with the shock and pain of Lisa's betrayal. His parents were supportive, but he needed answers that only Lisa could provide. He decided to visit her workplace, hoping to find some clarity. At the hospital, Tom approached the reception desk and asked for Lisa. The receptionist gave him a sympathetic look. "I'm sorry, Mr. Miller, but Lisa resigned about a month ago. She didn't leave any forwarding information." Tom's heart sank further. He left the hospital feeling more lost than ever. As he walked back to his car, he ran into Emily, a nurse who had worked with Lisa. She looked surprised to see him. "Tom, what are you doing here?" "Emily, I'm trying to find Lisa. She left me, and I have no idea where she is." Emily's face softened with sympathy. "Tom, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Lisa mentioned something about moving to another city with a new job offer, but she didn't say where." Tom thanked Emily and returned to his car. He sat there for a long time, staring at the letter Lisa had left him. The pain of her betrayal was compounded by the realization that she had planned her departure well in advance. He felt like a fool for not seeing the signs earlier. Determined to find out more, Tom hired a private investigator named Jack Turner, a retired police officer known for his discretion and effectiveness. Jack promised to look into Lisa's whereabouts and any potential clues about her new life. While Jack worked on the case, Tom tried to focus on his job. Returning to the fire station was both comforting and challenging. His colleagues welcomed him back with open arms, but he could sense their curiosity about his strained demeanor. One evening after a long day at the station, Tom received a call from Jack. "Tom, I found Lisa. She's living in a small apartment on the other side of the city, with a man named David, who works as an investment banker." Tom felt a mix of relief and anger. He had found her, but the reality of her new life stung deeply. Jack continued, "I also discovered that they're planning to get married soon. I thought you should know." The news hit Tom like a sledgehammer. Lisa had moved on so quickly, leaving him to pick up the shattered pieces of their life together. He thanked Jack and ended the call, sitting in silence for a long time. That night, Tom couldn't sleep. Memories of his life with Lisa played in his mind like a cruel movie. He remembered their first date, their wedding day, and the plans they had made for their future. All of it felt meaningless now. The next morning, Tom made a decision. He needed to confront Lisa and get some closure. He drove to her apartment, rehearsing what he would say. When he arrived, he took a deep breath and knocked on the door. Lisa opened the door, her eyes widening in surprise. "Tom, What are you doing here? Tom could barely contain his emotions. Lisa, I need to talk to you. Why did you leave me? Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Lisa looked down, guilt and regret etched on her face. Tom, I'm so sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. I felt trapped, and when I met David, everything changed. I didn't mean to hurt you. Tom's anger flared. You didn't mean to hurt me. You left me a letter and disappeared. Do you have any idea what that did to me? Lisa's eyes filled with tears. I know, and I'm sorry, but it's too late now. I've moved on, and you should too. Tom's heart ached. How can you say that? We were building a life together. You threw it all away for someone you barely knew. Lisa took a deep breath. Tom, I understand how you feel, but you need to let go. Holding on to this anger will only destroy you. Please try to find happiness again. Tom stood there, struggling to hold back tears. He realized that no matter what he said, nothing would change the past. Goodbye, Lisa, he said quietly before turning and walking away. As he drove back home, Tom felt a sense of finality. The chapter with Lisa was closed, and now he had to figure out how to rebuild his life. He decided to focus on his career and the things that mattered most to him. In the following weeks, Tom threw himself into his work, taking on extra shifts and volunteering for community projects. His colleagues noticed the change in him, and many offered their support and friendship. One day, while helping out at a local charity event, Tom met Megan, a social worker who had recently moved to Chicago. They struck up a conversation, and Tom found himself drawn to her warmth and kindness. Megan was a tall, athletic woman with a quick smile and a compassionate heart. She had moved to Chicago to work with underprivileged children, and her dedication to her job was inspiring. Tom admired her passion and found himself looking forward to their conversations. As they got to know each other, Tom shared his story with Megan. She listened intently, offering words of encouragement and understanding. Tom, you've been through a lot, but it's clear that you're a strong and resilient person. You deserve to find happiness again. Tom appreciated Megan's words, and slowly he began to feel a spark of hope. He realized that while his past with Lisa had been painful, it didn't have to define his future. With Megan's support and the camaraderie of his colleagues, Tom started to see a way forward. One evening after a long day at the fire station, Tom and Megan went out for dinner. Over a delicious meal, they talked about their dreams and aspirations. Tom found himself opening up in a way he hadn't done in a long time. Megan, I've been thinking a lot about the future, Tom said. I want to start fresh and build something new, something meaningful. I don't want to let my past hold me back anymore. Megan smiled, reaching across the table to hold his hand. Tom, that's a wonderful decision. You have so much to offer, and I believe in you. Whatever you choose to do, I'll be here to support you. Tom felt a warmth spread through him. For the first time in months, he felt truly hopeful. He knew that the road ahead wouldn't be easy, but with Megan by his side, he felt ready to face whatever challenges came his way. Tom's life began to take on a new rhythm with Megan's presence. They spent more time together, and their bond grew stronger. Megan's positivity was contagious, and Tom found himself smiling and laughing more often. They explored the city, went on hikes, and shared quiet evenings watching movies. It was during one of these evenings that Megan suggested something that would change Tom's life. Tom, have you ever thought about advancing your career in the fire department? Maybe going for a leadership position? Megan asked as they relaxed on the couch. Tom looked thoughtful. I've considered it, but with everything that happened, I didn't think I was ready for more responsibility. Plus, I've been so focused on just getting through each day. Megan nodded understandingly. I get that, but you're a natural leader, and I think you could really make a difference. Plus, it could be a new chapter for you, something to focus on and grow. Tom considered her words. He had always loved his job, and the idea of advancing his career had its appeal. You know, you might be right. Maybe it's time for a new challenge. Encouraged by Megan's belief in him, Tom decided to pursue a promotion. He applied for a captain position within the fire department, a role that required not only firefighting skills but also leadership and administrative abilities. The process was rigorous, involving exams, interviews, and evaluations. Throughout the process, Megan was by his side, offering support and encouragement. On the day of the final interview, Tom was nervous but determined. He wore his best uniform and walked into the interview room with confidence. The panel of senior officers asked him a series of challenging questions, testing his knowledge, experience, and leadership skills. Tom answered each question thoughtfully, drawing on his years of experience and the lessons he had learned. He spoke passionately about his commitment to the fire department and his vision for the future. After what felt like an eternity, the interview ended and Tom was told he would hear back soon. The waiting was the hardest part, but Megan helped him stay positive. They spent the following days focusing on their favorite activities, trying to keep the anxiety at bay. Finally, the call came. Tom was offered the position of captain. He couldn't believe it. Overwhelmed with joy, he called Megan immediately. "I got it. I'm going to be captain." Megan's excitement matched his. "Tom, that's amazing. I knew you could do it. I'm so proud of you." Tom's promotion marked a turning point in his life. As captain, he had more responsibilities and a greater role in shaping the department's future. He embraced the challenge, bringing his passion and dedication to every aspect of the job. His colleagues respected him, and his leadership style fostered a strong sense of teamwork and camaraderie. One of Tom's first initiatives as captain was to establish a community outreach program. He believed in building stronger relationships between the fire department and the local community. The program included fire safety education, youth mentorship, and community events. Megan played a significant role in the outreach program, using her skills as a social worker to connect with the community and organize events. Together, they made a formidable team, and the program quickly became a success. Through their work, Tom and Megan grew even closer. They shared a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment, knowing they were making a positive impact on their community. Their love for each other deepened, and they began to talk about their future together. One evening after a successful community event, Tom and Megan took a walk along the lakefront. The city lights reflected on the water, creating a magical backdrop. Tom stopped and turned to Megan, taking her hands in his. "Megan, these past few months have been incredible. You've brought so much joy and meaning into my life. I can't imagine my future without you. Will you marry me?" Megan's eyes filled with tears of happiness. "Yes, Tom, I will." They embraced, and Tom slipped a simple but elegant ring onto her finger. It was a moment of pure happiness, a testament to how far they had come. Their wedding was a beautiful and intimate ceremony, held in a charming garden surrounded by close family and friends. Tom's parents were overjoyed to see their son find happiness again, and Megan's friends were thrilled for her. The fire department and the community they had worked so hard to support were well represented, a testament to the impact Tom and Megan had made. As they exchanged vows, Tom felt a profound sense of gratitude. Life had taken unexpected turns, but those twists and turns had led him to Megan. She had shown him that it was possible to find love and happiness after heartbreak. After the wedding, Tom and Megan settled into married life with ease. They continued their work with the fire department and community outreach, finding fulfillment in their shared mission. Their home was filled with laughter, love, and a sense of purpose. Months later, Megan shared exciting news with Tom. "Tom, we're going to have a baby." Tom's heart swelled with joy. "Really? That's incredible." The news of the baby added another layer of happiness to their lives. They prepared eagerly for the arrival of their child, transforming the spare bedroom into a nursery and reading up on parenting. The anticipation brought them even closer together. The day their daughter, Emily, was born was one of the happiest days of their lives. Holding her in his arms, Tom felt an overwhelming sense of love and protectiveness. Megan looked at him with tears of joy, and they shared a moment of pure bliss. Emily's arrival brought new challenges and joys. Tom and Megan navigated the ups and downs of parenthood together, supporting each other every step of the way. Their love for each other and their daughter grew stronger each day. Years passed, and Tom's career continued to flourish. He was respected and admired within the fire department and the community. Megan's work with underprivileged children made a significant impact, and together, they were known as a couple who truly cared about making the world a better place. One evening, as they sat on their porch watching Emily play in the yard, Tom turned to Megan. "You know, life has been a wild ride, but I wouldn't change a thing. You and Emily are my world." Megan smiled, leaning her head on his shoulder. "And you're ours, Tom. We're so lucky to have found each other." Tom kissed her forehead, feeling a deep sense of contentment. He knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together as a family. Tom's new life with Megan and their daughter, Emily, was fulfilling and peaceful. However, the past had a way of resurfacing when least expected. One afternoon, while Tom was at the fire station, he received a call from an unfamiliar number. Hesitant at first, he answered it. "Hello, Tom. It's Lisa." Hearing her voice again after so many years sent a shiver down Tom's spine. He hadn't thought much about Lisa since starting his new life, and the sound of her voice brought back a flood of memories. "Lisa, what you want?" Tom asked, keeping his voice steady. "I need to talk to you. It's important. Can we meet?" she pleaded. Tom's instinct was to refuse, but something in her voice made him pause. "All right. Where?" They agreed to meet at a cafe downtown. As Tom sat waiting, he couldn't help but feel a mix of anger and curiosity. When Lisa walked in, she looked different, older, more worn out. She spotted Tom and approached the table hesitantly. "Thank you for meeting me," Lisa said, sitting down. Tom nodded, his expression unreadable. "What's this about, Lisa?" She took a deep breath. "Tom, I know I hurt you deeply, and I've regretted it every day since. Things didn't work out with David. He left me, and I'm in a lot of trouble. I need your help." Tom felt a surge of anger. "You need my help? After everything you did?" Tears welled up in Lisa's eyes. "I know I don't deserve it, but I'm desperate. David left me with a lot of debt, and I'm about to lose my apartment. I have nowhere else to turn." Tom leaned back in his chair, crossing his arms. "Why should I help you, Lisa? You destroyed our marriage, left me with nothing, and now you expect me to bail you out. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I thought you might understand. We shared a life once, Tom. Please, I'm begging you." Tom felt conflicted. Despite everything, he couldn't ignore someone in need, especially someone he had once loved. But he also knew he had to protect his new life with Megan and Emily. "I need time to think," Tom said finally. "I'll let you know." Lisa nodded, wiping her tears. "Thank you, Tom." As Tom drove home, his mind raced with thoughts. He knew he needed to discuss this with Megan. She had always been supportive and understanding, and he valued her perspective. When he got home, Megan was playing with Emily in the living room. Seeing them together brought a sense of calm. He joined them, and after putting Emily to bed, he shared his encounter with Lisa. "Megan, I saw Lisa today. She's in trouble and asked for my help." Megan listened carefully, her expression thoughtful. "Tom, I understand why you're conflicted. It's a difficult situation. But remember, you have to protect yourself and our family first." Tom nodded, appreciating her wisdom. "You're right. I don't want to get pulled back into the past, but I also don't want to ignore someone in need." Megan took his hand. "Maybe there's a way to help her without jeopardizing what we have. We can think about it together." Tom felt a sense of relief. With Megan's support, he knew he could make a decision that was fair and considerate. The next day, Tom called Lisa and agreed to meet again. This time, he brought Megan along for support. They sat down with Lisa and discussed her situation in more detail. "Lisa, I want to help, but I need to set some boundaries," Tom said. "I'm willing to help you find resources and support, but I can't give you money directly. I have to think about my family." Lisa looked disappointed but nodded. "I understand. Thank you for even considering it." Megan spoke up. "Lisa, there are organizations and services that can help you get back on your feet. We can help you connect with them and create a plan to manage your debt." Lisa seemed genuinely grateful. "Thank you, Megan. I appreciate your kindness. Over the next few weeks, Tom and Megan helped Lisa navigate her financial troubles. They connected her with financial advisors, housing services, and support groups. It wasn't easy, but Lisa began to see a path forward. During this time, Tom and Megan faced their own challenges. Helping Lisa brought up old wounds and tested their relationship. But they faced it together, communicating openly and supporting each other. One evening, after a particularly tough day, Tom and Megan sat down to talk. "Megan, thank you for being so understanding. I know this hasn't been easy." Megan smiled, squeezing his hand. "Tom, we're a team. We face everything together, and helping Lisa showed me how strong our bond is. I'm proud of us." Tom felt a deep sense of gratitude. "I love you, Megan. Thank you for standing by me." As the months passed, Lisa managed to stabilize her life. She found a new job and started paying off her debts. She remained grateful to Tom and Megan, but respected their boundaries and kept her distance. Tom and Megan's life returned to its new normal. They focused on their family, careers, and community work. Emily grew up surrounded by love and support, and Tom felt a sense of peace he hadn't known in years. Years later, as they celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary, Tom reflected on how far they had come. He had found love again, built a new life, and faced the past with courage and compassion. He knew that whatever the future held, he and Megan would face it together. As the years went by, Tom and Megan's lives continued to flourish. Their daughter, Emily, was growing up quickly, and her curious and adventurous spirit brought endless joy to their household. The bond between Tom and Megan grew stronger, rooted in mutual respect, love, and the shared experiences of overcoming challenges together. Tom's role as captain in the fire department allowed him to make significant contributions to the community. Under his leadership, the fire department implemented various safety programs and community outreach initiatives that earned the department widespread respect and admiration. Tom became a mentor to many young firefighters, guiding them with the wisdom he had gained through years of experience and personal growth. Megan, too, made a remarkable impact through her work as a social worker. Her dedication to helping underprivileged children and families earned her recognition and praise. She often collaborated with Tom on community projects, strengthening their bond and their commitment to making a difference. One day, Tom and Megan received an invitation to attend a gala event hosted by the city to honor individuals who had made significant contributions to the community. Tom was to receive an award for his exemplary service in the fire department, and Megan was being recognized for her work in social services. The night of the gala, Tom and Megan dressed in their finest attire. Tom looked dashing in his formal uniform, while Megan wore an elegant dress that made her look radiant. They arrived at the event, feeling a mix of excitement and pride. As they entered the grand ballroom, they were greeted by friends, colleagues, and community leaders. The atmosphere was filled with celebration and appreciation for the honorees. Tom and Megan felt grateful to be part of such a supportive and vibrant community. During the awards ceremony, Tom's heart swelled with pride as he listened to the mayor's speech. "Tonight, we honor those who have gone above and beyond in their dedication to our city. Captain Tom Miller, your bravery, leadership, and commitment to public safety have made a profound impact on our community. We are grateful for your service." Tom walked to the stage to accept his award, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment. He looked out at the audience and saw Megan and Emily beaming with pride. "Thank you," Tom began. "I am deeply honored to receive this award. It has been a privilege to serve this community, and I couldn't have done it without the support of my amazing wife, Megan, and our wonderful daughter, Emily. Together, we have faced challenges, and together, we have made a difference. This award is as much theirs as it is mine." "Thank you." The audience erupted in applause, and Tom returned to his seat, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude and fulfillment. Later that evening, Megan was called to the stage to receive her award. The presenter spoke highly of her contributions. "Megan Miller, your tireless efforts to support and uplift those in need have made a lasting impact. Your compassion and dedication are truly inspiring." Megan accepted her award with grace and humility. "Thank you so much. I am honored to receive this recognition. Helping others has always been my passion, and I am grateful for the opportunity to make a difference. I want to thank my husband, Tom, for his unwavering support, and our daughter, Emily, who inspires me every day. This award is a testament to the power of community and the impact we can make when we work together. Thank you. The applause was deafening as Megan returned to her seat. Tom took her hand, and they shared a moment of silent appreciation for all they had achieved together. After the ceremony, Tom and Megan mingled with the other guests, receiving congratulations and sharing stories. Among the attendees was a woman named Karen, who worked as a counselor at a local youth center. She had heard about Megan's work and was eager to collaborate. "Megan, I've been following your projects, and I'm impressed with what you've accomplished. I'd love to discuss ways we can work together to expand our programs and reach more families in need," Karen said enthusiastically. Megan smiled warmly. "Thank you, Karen. I'd love to explore collaboration opportunities. Together, we can achieve even more." As they discussed potential projects, Tom spoke with other firefighters and community leaders about expanding the fire department's outreach programs. The evening was filled with meaningful conversations and new connections. In the weeks that followed, Tom and Megan dove into their new collaborations with enthusiasm. Megan and Karen developed a joint initiative to provide comprehensive support services to families, combining counseling, educational resources, and community activities. Their efforts quickly gained momentum, attracting more volunteers and funding. Tom worked on enhancing the fire department's educational programs, focusing on fire prevention and safety in schools and community centers. He organized workshops, demonstrations, and interactive sessions to engage and educate the public. His initiatives received widespread praise, and the fire department's reputation as a leader in community safety continued to grow. One sunny afternoon, Tom and Megan took Emily to a local park. As they watched her play on the swings, they reflected on their journey. "Megan, it's incredible how far we've come," Tom said, taking her hand. "From the darkest days to where we are now, I feel so grateful for everything we've built together." Megan squeezed his hand gently. "We faced a lot, Tom, but we've done it together. I'm so proud of you and all that you've achieved, and I'm excited for what the future holds." Tom nodded, feeling a deep sense of contentment. "Me too. Whatever comes our way, I know we can handle it as long as we have each other." Their life continued to be filled with love, laughter, and the joy of making a positive impact. Emily grew up in a nurturing and supportive environment, inspired by her parents' dedication and compassion. Years later, as Tom prepared to retire from the fire department, a grand celebration was organized in his honor. Colleagues, friends, and community members gathered to pay tribute to his remarkable career. During his retirement speech, Tom reflected on his journey. "Serving this community has been the greatest honor of my life. I am grateful for the support of my colleagues, my friends, and my family. Megan, you have been my rock and my inspiration. Emily, you are my pride and joy. I look forward to the next chapter, knowing that our love and commitment to making a difference will continue to guide us. Thank you all." The audience erupted in applause, and Tom felt a deep sense of fulfillment. As he stepped down from the stage, Megan and Emily embraced him, their eyes filled with love and pride. In the years that followed, Tom and Megan continued their community work, mentoring the next generation and sharing their experiences. Their legacy of service, compassion, and resilience lived on, inspiring others to make a difference. And through it all, their love for each other remained steadfast, a testament to the power of healing, growth, and the unbreakable bond they had forged. Tom and Megan settled into their post-retirement life with ease. Though Tom was no longer running into burning buildings, he found fulfillment in other ways. He and Megan continued their community work, and their shared projects flourished. They remained deeply involved in the outreach programs they had established, ensuring that their legacy of service endured. Emily, now a teenager, was thriving. She inherited her parents' compassion and dedication to helping others. In high school, she volunteered regularly at the community center and excelled academically. Tom and Megan couldn't have been prouder of the young woman she was becoming. One crisp autumn day, Tom and Megan decided to take a road trip to the countryside. It was a rare opportunity to escape the bustle of city life and enjoy some quiet time together. They rented a cozy cabin by a serene lake, surrounded by vibrant fall foliage. As they sat on the cabin's porch, sipping hot cocoa and watching the sunset, Tom turned to Megan with a contented smile. "You know, Megan, we've come a long way. I never imagined life could be this fulfilling." Megan leaned against him, her head resting on his shoulder. "It's been an incredible journey, Tom, and the best part is, we've faced it all together. I'm so grateful for every moment we've shared." Tom nodded, feeling a deep sense of peace. "I am too, and I'm excited for whatever the future holds. As long as we're together, I know it will be wonderful." The next morning, they took a leisurely walk around the lake, holding hands and reminiscing about their early years together. They talked about their dreams for the future and their plans to travel more and explore new places. In the months that followed, Tom and Megan embarked on several adventures. They visited national parks, explored quaint towns, and even took a trip to Europe, something they had always dreamed of. Each journey brought them closer together, deepening their bond and creating cherished memories. Back home, they continued to support their community. Tom volunteered at the fire department, mentoring new recruits and sharing his wealth of knowledge. Megan expanded her work with the youth center, developing new programs to support children and families. One evening, as they sat around the dinner table, Emily shared some exciting news. "Mom, Dad, I've been accepted into the university's pre-med program. I want to become a doctor and help people, just like you both have." Tom and Megan beamed with pride. "That's wonderful news, Emily," Megan said, her eyes shining with joy. "We're so proud of you and your dedication to helping others." Tom nodded in agreement. "You're going to be an amazing doctor, Emily. We're here to support you every step of the way." As Emily prepared for college, Tom and Megan found themselves reflecting on the legacy they were leaving behind. Their journey had been filled with challenges and triumphs, but through it all, their love and commitment to each other had never wavered. One summer evening, they hosted a barbecue for their friends, family, and colleagues. It was a celebration of life, love, and community. As they stood together, watching the laughter and camaraderie around them, Tom felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. He turned to Megan, taking her hand. "Megan, we've built something truly special. Not just our family, but a community that cares and supports each other. I couldn't have done it without you." Megan squeezed his hand, her eyes filled with love. "And I couldn't have done it without you, Tom. We've created a life full of love and purpose, and I wouldn't trade it for anything." Their life continued to be filled with joy and fulfillment. They watched Emily thrive in college, knowing she was following her passion and making a difference. They traveled, volunteered, and cherished every moment together. As the years passed, Tom and Megan grew older, but their love remained as strong as ever. They celebrated each milestone, big and small, with gratitude and joy. Their home was always filled with laughter, warmth, and the comforting presence of family and friends. One evening, as they sat on their porch watching the sunset, Megan looked at Tom with a smile. "Do you remember the first time we watched the sunset together, Tom? It feels like a lifetime ago." Tom chuckled, nodding. "I do. And every sunset since then has been a reminder of how lucky I am to have you by my side." Megan leaned into him, feeling a deep sense of contentment. "We've had a beautiful life together, Tom, and I'm so grateful for every moment." Tom kissed her forehead, holding her close. "I am too, Megan. Here's to many more sunsets and many more years together." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over their world, Tom and Megan sat in peaceful silence, their hearts full of love and gratitude. They knew that whatever the future held, they would face it together, with the same strength and resilience that had brought them through the challenges of the past. And so, their story continued, a testament to the power of love, the importance of community, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Tom and Megan's journey was far from over, and they looked forward to every new adventure that awaited them, knowing that they would always have each other to lean on and to love.